Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the Monday, the 22nd of November, and we're into the monthly expiry week. And going by the past few expiries and monthly expiries have generally been pretty interesting weeks. This time also we had a bunch of negative news over the weekend, and we had a flat opening, but a pretty quick sell-off from there. A lot of weakness coming from Reliance and everything across the board. My idea was a good IV spike in the first 10 minutes. My idea was short that IV spike. And as soon as I entered my position, my idea was okay, wait to be in the green by 6 to 8 points and from there trail a stop loss or take a stop loss of 5 points if it immediately hits at the open. That more or less was the plan. What ended up happening is there was a very good IV crush in the first half an hour. My position was in the green at one point by 11 points. And at that point, I decided it was a good time to call it because even though at a day end basis, my position might fare much better, on an intraday basis, it might actually be quite tricky to handle. And I've already gained a good amount. And from there, regardless of what really happened, I felt that there will be at least a little bit of negative marking of my position. Which is why I called it a day and decided I'll come back tomorrow, see what the market has to offer. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you had a good trading day and I will catch you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
Want to meet like-minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The time is 9:32, and right at the open, we opened actually a little bit gap up, but I'm quite certain everyone would have realized that would see an immediate selling. And right into the open, after opening slightly gap up, we had a very quick sell-off. Didn't wait at all, and the idea for me was that okay, that spike in IV, given the negative news that has come out, is a great opportunity to short the IV, which is why I shorted quite a wide strangle of 17,300 and 18,000. And if you see at my entry itself, I kept a negative buy. So I sold the 18,000 call for about $30 at that point, and I sold the 17,300 put for 25, 27, so on and so forth. So the idea itself was that we will probably slide, and then from there we will have a bounce. So that's kind of what is happening here. This previous support where 3 times we tried to break 17,600 and could not successfully break is now being retested. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't break it. It just means that at this point, some of the shorts that are in the system will book their profits because previously it has acted as quite a strong support. Now, my idea for the day is I'll let this position run as is until it is about either 6 to 8 points of profit, at which case I'll start trailing my exit. And if it goes into 5 points of loss, then I will be exiting as well. That would be a stop loss. So that is the structure of the trade today. I'm keeping my sizing 18,000. It's going to continue to remain the same for the rest of the day. I'm not planning to trade anything more on a day like today, because if we do have a potential big sell-off, then 17,500 is very realistically on the cards. And if we start heading towards 17,500, there is going to be a considerable IV spike, a continued one. So I will be keeping this position exactly as of now. It's already in about a good almost 4 points of profit. And yeah, once it's reaching about 6 to 8, from there I will be starting a trailing stop loss. So we'll keep you posted. The time is 9:30. As of now, not too much building up on the OI front as well. And I will keep you posted on how the data starts to build. Okay, so from the looks of it, the IV spike in the morning was a little overdone. The fear went through the roof. We bounced off this same 17,600 level, and now we're kind of holding here. And the downside that happened in the first 2 candles, more or less, seems to have halted. Now, because of that, this position is almost in a 10-point. It was just about in a 10-point profit a second ago, and on this I will be trailing a 2-point stop loss from here. So if it looks like once again, basically if we start to test the day's low, that will be my exit and I'll be done with the trade. So we'll keep you posted on that. Another thing is this Indiabulls housing finance trade. It was a long lost trade. As soon as I entered it, it went into trading ban, and now I have to exit it because it is finally out of trading ban. So the first thing that I'll have to look at is exiting this particular put position, and I'll have to see how much of a slippage I will be getting on this exit. I'll try to exit in a manner with least slippage, but most likely it is going to end up booking me quite a large loss because there is a considerable bid ask difference for the 250 put of almost 75 paisa. So it's going to be difficult to get out with less slippage. I'll exit this and then I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, right now the position already in a 10 point plus positive and just going to be trailing a stop loss from here. As far as the OI data is concerned, a little bit of writing of this 17700 call option, but straddle positions also building up. So from 17500 all the way till 17800. So the range that one can think of for this monthly expiry would most likely be 17.5 to 18 at this point of time. Data is highly inclusive. It doesn't make any sense to look at this data at this point. There's nothing really that one will derive except for the fact that 17,500 to 18,000 seems to be the sure shot range. There are obviously a lot more calls than there are puts suggesting weakness, but in case these have to get covered, then we'll see the puts building up as well. Can't make much of this data at this point of time. It's basically useless. So all I can look at is really what's my risk reward from here, which is a trailing stop loss. Okay, I'm going to be taking the exit on the intraday position as well because from here the threat of retesting the day's low is relatively high, and at that point whatever IV crush has happened will completely undo itself. So I really don't have too much to gain. The only way this continues to gain is if we hold here and then maybe head a little higher, and in the one case that it doesn't, and because it is a weak market and we have taken a bounce, and most likely this bounce has come also because shorts are booking their profits, the data continues to look weak, as if the past 10 minutes it's just pure call writing. And yeah, 10 points is a decent outcome. And I've also exited the India Bulls Housing Finance trade. So Nifty closed out between the Nifty position, booked about 1.75, and this call is going to expire on a green day. And I'll see if I can roll this call down for December against Nifty Vs. And yeah, that's about it. The rest of the positions, not too much to do at this point of time. We'll take a look at a different point and see what is basically the issue here. We had this huge IV spike in the morning. As soon as we took a bounce from 17,600, people said, okay, you know what, it's no reason to be that paranoid about the whole thing. But now if we head back here, then very quickly the puts will gain a lot. Overall, the position has given up among itself a good 10 points from my entry, and there's no reason for me to stay in this beyond this. Now if we go down, these puts are going to explode. If we head higher, then whatever initial all the shorts that were built in the system, all of them get covered, which means these will have to expand. So I'm happy that in just about half an hour of trading, I've got a 10 point, and I don't see too much. I mean, of course, it's completely possible that this falls off another 10 points by the end of the day. But right now, the risk reward, right now, that it's not great to sit in this trade. And that's why I'm calling it a day. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. The moment we start testing the day's low from my exit, the position has already gained 3 points. And I don't want to deal with that. I know that there's an IV crash that has happened here. My position 1 point is going to 11 points of profit. I exited when it is around 10 points of profit. And if this were to happen, which is very likely to happen because of that big IV crash that happened, suddenly, you know, a lot of people sitting in very comfortable positions, it's not going to be in that continued IV crush throughout the entire day. Yes, by the close, this might end cheaper. This might end cheaper than what it is trading for right now. In fact, almost certainly, I'm sure it will end cheaper. But why? When at that point of time, my risk reward is not great, and already I've got a good gain in half an hour's time, then why do I have to sit and trade the entire day, especially when there are some interesting things happening in the market and we are retesting levels that we have not tested for a while? Better to sit out. Now what would I be doing at this point of time? I'd be rolling down my call, take additional call credit, because this put is going to increase in value. Now if we have a second bounce, and this time once again we continue to head higher, and then we make another swing high, then short covering on the call side, big headache all day, whatnot. So good entry at the IV rise. I've got crushed, took the exit, and so yeah, Also, hindsight is 2020, right? Like, I mean, it could have just also worked out in such a way that we go here, this candle, I'm exiting. From here, we continue to consolidate, head higher, whatever. And by then, the position would have fallen off even more. That's all hindsight. Thank you so much for watching. I think that's more or less going to be the end of the day. If I take any more trades, I'll probably post about it on Twitter. But apart from that, that's what I'm calling it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram, and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab, so do not forget to check that from time to time.